All right. Hey, what's up, guys? This is the point in this stream where the VOD should be cut off and uploaded to YouTube. And welcome to season 2 of Final Hazard. This has been a long time in the making. We haven't made an episode for about a month. That's mostly because a lot of us were busy, and then it was the holidays, and then everyone had to settle back into things. And I think with that, what I really wanted to do was push forward the idea of a second season in a sense to mark 2019 and to really talk a lot about 2018, and which is the focus of this episode. So with me, I've got two guests, as you can probably see on our brand new layout. Uh, which order do you guys want to introduce yourselves?
Yeah, sure. I'll go first. I'm monocryptic. I used to make a lot of Sonic videos on the internet. Don't have a lot of stuff floating around now. Obviously I'm on the team and stuff like that. And I hope that in the next couple of weeks we could get something going with some new videos on the Figure Eight channel, stuff like that. So yeah, that's me.
That's right. And obviously, as always, I've got Matt with me.
Ayo, it's your boy.
You sound
I'm
really...
back.
Yeah? Oh, that's
Awesome.
Unfortunate.
Oh,
Ah,
damn.
yeah, he should have said something. Yeah, that would have been all right, but shoot.
Listen. Oh, yeah, no, I was gonna say that Seth was supposed to join us for this episode, but he couldn't make it. So, see, the thing is with Final Hazard that I think is one of the big changes with Season 2 is, and we experimented, and I say experimented, like, very loosely last time. We had, like, 7 people on the last episode, and that was a great mess, but it was a mess. So Matt and myself do want to have, like, more people on, but we want to rein it in a bit. I think the maximum we'll ever have is, like, 5 people, but,
Yeah.
you know, for now, I do want to, like, see if we can rein it in a little bit and have a little bit more consistency, whilst it just not being Matt and myself every single time, with the occasional guest. So, as always, it's gonna be similar to last season, where we're gonna talk about the news, I guess, for, well, since the last episode, and the big bulk of the episode is gonna be talking about Sonic in 2018, and how that tends to go, and how that went, rather. So, where do you guys want to start off first in terms of, like, news? Because it was a month since the last episode, roughly. So.
In terms of news, oh yeah, I guess, fuck, wait, that's 2019 technically, isn't it?
I mean, if it's
oh, no, no,
if
no.
it's news, we should just go over it now.
Oh yeah, yeah,
Like,
yeah.
since the last episode.
Oh yeah, I guess some of the biggest news, Jim Carrey, name drop the 2019 Sonic movie.
Oh my
at the
fucking
Golden Globe.
god.
Oh Lord.
That,
He
yeah.
got clowned. He got clowned on by Andy Samberg. It was pretty funny.
They made a joke that he was gonna be an actor in the Sonic movie, and then... Oh, you are cutting out.
Okay, so well, that was just me.
Yeah, Mono was... If Discord dies during our first live episode, holy shit. I will...
Uh-oh. Am I back now?
Yeah, back.
Okay. All right, shit. So what I was saying was this sort of like stems to a bigger problem that I have with the way the series is kind of like, what's the word? Like how the community handles the series online.
Mhm.
I feel like this was just a big excuse for us to kind of like just shit on the series a little bit more. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because when I was on Twitter reading the tweets from like people like Prem and stuff like that, it felt like they were really trying their hardest to sort of paint this as a situation that it like entirely wasn't. And I was just like, sometimes it feels like these guys are looking for a reason to talk about how bad the series is, and to talk about how bad anything that comes out of the series is.
Yeah.
It was like such a simple mention You know what I mean? And they were digging so deep into it, trying to find something like, tangible that would make the Sonic movie look bad, to the point where they were painting this whole narrative of, oh, they were roasting the Sonic movie. They were like just, shitting on how terrible it was. And the entire time I was just sitting there, I was like, I don't think
Listen,
that's the situation.
listen. You gotta get the clicks. You have to get the clicks.
Yeah,
Like
you're right,
there's
bro.
there's no ifs, ands, or buts. You gotta get the clicks.
I think this is why the title of this video isn't even going to be Final Hazard Season 2. It's going to be Jim Carrey Hates Sonic. This is just the title of the video.
I like that.
But
Or-
but seriously though, it's like, I don't get why we as a community, like, okay, I hate the idea of making fun of ourselves as a community, because like that really bothers me,
Yes.
because
Yeah.
I think we do it too often, and it kind of like fuels we don't even give a shit. But when fucking Jim Carrey does it, if that was his intent, by the way, if that was the intent of that skit, it's like, how could you be mad? It's fucking Jim Carrey. Why would
Right.
you
You know
what's
take
crazy?
any of this shit seriously? Like, this is
You
not
know what's
something that
crazy?
you need to take seriously, I think.
That wasn't even a skit. Like he was like sitting in the wrong section.
Oh.
Like he was sitting in the wrong section. I think that the spot that he was sitting in was like for people that were like
Nominated for movies.
were nominated and stuff like that. And he was just sitting there.
Yeah, he was
He
nominated
was just
for
sitting there,
a
and
TV
they were
show.
like, if you look at the clip, like there's like a guy coming to like direct him back to his seat, to like his
Right.
proper seating arrangement. But yeah,
He looked
this
kind of.
movie,
He looked
this-
kind of like
I'm sorry.
mad too. Oh, sorry. He looked kind of mad too because when Andy Samberg was like, "You got to go back to the TV section," you know what I mean? He looked kind of upset. He said like, "Can I take my dinner?" or something like that. And he looked like visibly annoyed on his face, which made me think it wasn't a skit. Like I was just like, I feel like this is just
yeah,
something that
that
happens.
was real.
Well,
Yeah, it's
even,
something that
even
happens.
I think the thing is like, if it's not a skit, then that just means that this wasn't meant to be a fucking targeted attack or a targeted joke about the
No,
movie.
it wasn't.
Yeah.
Like, it's just these
Of course it wasn't.
these fucking people, man, blowing shit out of proportion. Like, I'm tired.
Sonic.
Yeah, I'm
But also,
tired.
there's some exciting news in the fucking in the Sonic comic world.
Oh
issue
no.
one of IDW Sonic has been nominated for Comic Book of the Year, $3.99
lost,
or under, in the 2018 Diamond Gem Award.
Yeah,
You know damn well I'm not paying $3.99 or under for that shit.
yeah,
I did.
Yeah.
Y'all both crazy.
I don't. No, I don't. I don't like the IDW comics. So.
I feel like
know.
every time I come on this show, I like rip into those comics for no fucking reason. I just
They're
don't like
chilling. They're
I just
chilling.
I just don't like reading Sonic. I'm sorry, I don't give a
Yeah,
fuck.
I don't know.
Yeah, but they got
Everything-
they got some competition though. Definitely.
I think
um,
they lost though to like a DC comic.
I don't know. No, that was another award. I think that was another
okay.
award. But they're up against Spider-Man and some and some DC shit.
Oh, okay.
Mhm.
Yeah, but
Nah,
definitely.
but Loki, I do want to like bring up something about the comics. The comics have always been interesting to me because for some reason, like this is just something I've noticed in passing, but whenever I see them mentioned online or something, it's usually like Tails channel or whatnot, just saying that an issue's been delayed again. And then like I'm just like, how many times? I don't know. It just doesn't seem like they have a like there has to be something going on with like their work cycle. If every time a new issue is released, it has to get delayed by like a week or two. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Well,
Remember the Team Sonic Racing
Yeah,
comic
I
that took
remember
like
that.
months to get the preview out, and then when we got the preview, it was like Tails, Sonic, and Shadow are in their own world in their speed type cars, so we have to pick up the pace in our power and technical type cars. I'll take Rouge. No, you take Rouge in your technical type car. I'll take Omega in my power type car. And it was like writing like that, and I was just like, why did this take so long? And it's just like,
Well,
I don't know.
it's not even that.
Please
It's not
buy
even
Team
that.
Sonic Racing with our technical characters and our speed characters, which
Well,
are a
I
feature of
think-
the game.
Well, one of the issues. Well, that's just a tie-in comic to promote the game.
Right.
And the game was supposed to come out around the time that the comic was originally
The game
supposed
was
to be
supposed
released.
to come out a month ago. I just realized, what the
Yeah.
fuck?
Yeah.
Yeah, and then that shit got big delayed. So
It only got delayed like 2 months ago. That's crazy.
or whatever. But yeah. And then the 12th issue also got delayed. Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, like I just see everything getting delayed with that comic. You know what I mean? It's
But
just like,
it only really got delayed. But it only really got delayed a day.
oh, did
And
it?
like, yeah, it only got delayed a day, and they were kind of iffy on their release cycles ever since they went to the monthly format, because because like the first like few issues when they went to the monthly scheduling got fucking like they were like getting pumped out like really early, like they were getting pumped out earlier than scheduled. They were ahead of schedule basically, and then I guess like once they got to like issue 10 and shit, they lost steam. I haven't actually picked up issue 12 yet. I don't know what it's like. I haven't read it yet. And issue 13 is getting delayed to the end of the month. So yeah.
I think the comics are really weird in a sense that they're not bad, but like, I don't know. Mono, you do bring up a good point where like everything does feel like it's getting delayed, like, and this is so weird because as Sonic fans, we never have shit delayed,
right.
like
'Cause
ever.
They used to just
Because we
just
always get
release
shit thrown at us like unfinished.
Like I remember when Fire and Ice got delayed, and that was a big deal because that was like the first Sonic game to be, you like in a while to be like actually delayed. And then I think that was like the first year we hadn't had a Sonic game released. So it was,
I think
like,
that was
really
the first
weird.
time. I think that was the first time we've gotten a game release delayed since like Extreme,
Yeah,
probably. And
Yeah,
Extreme
I
got
think-
delayed so far into cancellation.
right.
So hey,
Because
And
usually
then,
they just
like,
put shit out.
yeah, but the problem with the delays is that I feel like they never really amount to anything. Like with comics, delays only exist from our perspective to extend the time where it's not out, because there's
Right.
probably like scheduling conflicts or some shit like that. And then we have
and then there was also some like I think issue 10 had some art issues. That was the problem.
yeah.
Or
And
it was
then-
issue 9. I can't remember, but that had some art issues with Tracy Yardley. So
But like
So,
going further back with that, like Mania got delayed. And
oh yeah,
Forces,
Mania
Force-
got delayed on PC, right?
Yeah, Mania got delayed
Yeah.
2 weeks because of fucking Denuvo, and nobody liked that shit. And then Fire and Ice came out and was just so, it was just nothing. It was just a nothing game. So like the delays have really not amounted to anything, and it kind of sucks. Although I understand why they happen, I guess.
Hey,
Yeah,
we got
like, I
that
mean-
shit. But we got a free copy of Sonic 1 on that shitty ass emulator that's not even optimized.
Uh,
Ugh.
I think I think for like, because honestly I think the delay might help TSR a lot, because whenever I saw footage of that game I would be like, oh my god, this does not look anywhere near finished. And I remember they had that one direct where they were talking about the miscellaneous games coming out and stuff, and TSR showed
God.
up, and it was running at like 2 frames per second. I was just like, oh lord, this releases in like 2 months. So I think it'll probably help TSR, but TSR as a whole is a game that I'm I have polarizing opinions about, because while it's cool that we're getting another Sonic game, TSR just doesn't look like anything substantial to me.
Mhm.
Whenever I see footage of the game, it's just like, okay, so it's a kart racer with like shallow team mechanics, and they all happen to be Sonic characters. You know what I mean? Like, that's the only reason I'm buying it at this point in time, is because it's a Sonic game, right? I still want to play it, but like, if I'm being entirely honest, it doesn't look all that fun to me. I'm getting really like reminded of All Stars Racing, like the first one, just because that game was just like so much nothing to me, and it
Yeah.
just wasn't all that fun in my opinion. TSR is kind of looking the same way, um, and like especially considering the fact that there's that one time that Sumo Digital put out like a call for action so that they could get like people to come and design tracks for them, and the graphic they used was from the TSR, like,
Mm.
CGI thing that I'm gonna assume is the intro or whatnot. That also kind of scared me. And then obviously now they're just like taking old stages and putting it into the game. So that also is something that's really rubbing me the wrong way.
I
Not
guess like what because sorry to cut you off, but like I think that's like what I said was going to happen. I think on episode 2 of season 1 or something
uh
like that, and I was like, they are delaying this game to add more shit to it. And I know that sounds obvious, but like they are
right.
delaying this game to add more like useless shit to it. And not useless as in like I don't appreciate a new track, but it's like they're adding a track that already existed in a previous game. And I think this is a good way to say it, to like talk about the new stuff. But like holy shit.
Wait a minute. I just realized something.
What?
Didn't the entire roster like get like revealed a few
Yeah.
like way back, right?
Did it?
Did it?
I swear it like, and we knew like all the teams that were gonna be on there. We knew all the teams, but there was one difference.
Hmm.
There was one difference from that roster that was leaked, I think, or released or whatever.
Uh-huh.
One difference
Is that our good old friend, our good old buddy, old pal, Zavik was not on that list.
Yeah, it was Orbot and
Zavik
Cubot.
was not on that list. It was like a random Eggman robot.
Oh, Eggpon. You're right.
Yeah, it was a random Eggman robot.
Oh,
Fucking
yeah.
Zavik was never supposed to be in this game.
Yeah, what happened to Eggpon? He was there. He was there at the very beginning. I remember when the game first like was revealed and they started showing like footage and shit. You would see Eggpons racing alongside them all. Like, what happened to the Eggpon?
I feel like those are just bots, though, right? Like those. Well, no,
Maybe.
because of how the teams. No, they can't be bots. That's right. Well, yeah.
He was supposed to be playable. He was on Eggman's team
Why
alongside
wasn't
Metal Sonic.
what type of shit?
So they replaced the Eggpon as a playable character with Zavik.
Fuck Zavik.
And Zavik can barely fit in his fucking car, so I don't know how he's driving.
I'm gonna be honest. I'm gonna be hella honest. Good, because I'd rather have an actual fucking character than a random Eggman robot.
I can get that. I can get behind
If
that.
the random Eggman robot was like how they are in Sonic Colors, where they have fucking chef hats in Sweet Mountain, and they actually dance around like dumbasses, and they have samurai outfits on like they do in the water level in Sonic Colors. I don't fucking remember what it's called, but
Aquarium
Park.
I always forget the name of that, but it's like great, you know. Like I think we should talk about Zavik and Sonic Racing because I firmly think, who the fuck else are you gonna put in this game? For like a third villain character, it's like, nah.
Listen, for me, it's always like I just said it before, but I always thought that Orbot and Cubot were going to be in this game. I was hoping for them to be in this game. It's just like when I'm looking at like people that would be really cool in terms of like seeing them like, as racers and whatnot, I felt Orbot and Cubot would always be really, really funny to see. I think as a whole, they have a really nice, endearing dynamic. And I think they're probably Eggman's most like memorable sidekicks and whatnot. So I feel like maybe having them act as like a duo racer of some sort, like maybe you have an animation where they're both fighting over the wheel or something like that. Like just you could do a lot with them. I felt like it would have been a really creative racer that a lot of us wouldn't have been expecting if they had put him in. And I know they needed like a power type character, you know what I mean?
Like,
but I thought it would.
That's the thing. That's
right.
That's the thing. At the end of the day, like, what character is a villain in the Sonic series a power type character that would be at home in a racing game. And I hope nobody says fucking Chaos, because he definitely
hold on.
He definitely. What are you trying to say? What?
But hold on.
I'm holding.
The Olympic game, Mario and Sonic Olympic games told me.
You want to have Bowser? What's happening?
That told me that Eggman was a power character. Okay?
Yeah, I was about to say that too. I was about to say that instead of, putting fucking Zavik in, you could have easily switched up the dynamic of the team. You could have had Metal Sonic be the speed type. You could have had Orbot and Cubot be the technical and have Eggman be the power type. He's fucking big enough to be a power type, you know what I mean? And I don't know
how he's fit in his car.
Like the thing for me is it's like for you to be a power type, you just got to be big. And I think we all know, like, considering that this man can punch through like these solid ass chunks of ice, you know what I mean? I think Eggman can like Eggman can do something.
Dude.
Yeah, and it's
but by that logic, he's the fucking speed type as well. You ever played Sonic 2? You can't catch him.
Yeah.
You know, I agree that it would be cool to have like a setup in the way that you said, but it's just too much of a stretch. And I think that like this is the thing to me that makes the most sense and is the best that they could do. Because like for power type characters, if we're going with the setup that they have, who the fuck are they gonna have? Zavik is the only villain that fits that role.
Right, but like at the same time, something you guys are gonna learn about me big time is I fucking can't stand Lost World. I think it's easily the worst Sonic game they've ever released. Because it's not a Sonic game.
You're crazy. Secret Rings is right there.
No, I don't agree with that. I don't agree with that. There are reasons beyond, gameplay and stuff. No one will ever be able to convince me that Lost World is not the worst Sonic.
I can in one sentence. Try moving Sonic in Secret Rings. Just try it.
Try moving Sonic in Lost World.
I can. I can. I can use a control stick, bro. I can use a control stick.
I will never agree with that. I definitely do. Like I can't defend Lost World. I just hate that game with a passion.
We got the next episode planned out.
And I think Zavik and the whole Deadly Six, like Zavik, I'm so sick of seeing because he's not a character, he's a trait. You know what I mean? He's like a piece to a larger sum. The Deadly Six work because they're all meant to be like a stereotype that plays into one another.
I do agree that they're very.
You take away the Deadly Six, what is Zavik? He's a leader of who? Because the Deadly Six aren't there. He's the Deadly One, and that's all it is.
Okay, but like I agree, but like
I'm so sick of them peddling him as like someone who's actually worth anything. Because as a whole, I'd much rather they just didn't. They like do something else. I don't know what they're gonna do, but like I don't. Zavik is just. I'm so sick of him.
He's chilling. Let him rock. Let him
rock.
He just wants to drive.
I don't give a fuck about Zavik. I've never really cared about him. But fuck him and his boss battle in Forces. Watch my stream. I struggle.
That shit easy. That shit was easy, bro.
Bro, it was my first time. I bullied that shit blind.
So did I.
Shut up, bitch.
Low-key, that kind of kicked my ass when I first played it.
No, y'all just hate it. Like, he's got the best boss theme in Sonic history, though.
But I like the Deadly Six theme, yeah.
Fucking Banjo theme, it's so good.
But listen, bro. That man can't fit in his car. Why are we not talking about this? He cannot fit in his car.
We gotta hold on. Isn't there a racer with like 10 Chow? Like Chow?
Yeah, they're like 4 Chow because it has the Hero and Dark or Light. What is it?
Hero, Dark, Light, and Omo Chow.
Yeah, Hero, Dark, Light. No, there's a regular Chow too.
Oh yeah.
I just want to know how he's fitting in his car. Like, how is he fitting?
No, that's the snake nigga from Lost World. You know what I mean? They just converted him to spare parts and shit.
Oh my god.
Can we talk about how boring Amy's car is now?
Don't slander me though. Don't slander me though. I know I'm bad at it. Don't slander me.
Like Amy's car looks like it looks so fucking basic now.
I mean, that game is basic as fuck as it's gonna get.
Yeah, that's true. That's
Like,
a real good fucking.
I'm looking at the picture. They definitely just ripped Metal Sonic's car from fucking All Stars Racing Transform. Hold on. Let me put this shit up on the screen.
No, yeah, the car from
Yeah,
Racing Transformed is like different.
Stop slandering
Real
me in
different.
the chat. Fuck. Stop slandering me.
Damn, man. Come on, it's Sonic Forces, bro.
Yeah,
Y'all ain't seen me play. Y'all haven't seen me play SA2 yet. Hold on.
Have you
Ooh,
saw
I
it?
suck at Adventure too.
Alright, but like, look at this shit. I don't even care how unprofessional this looks on stream right now. Look at fucking Metal Sonic's car in this picture, right? Hold on. I need to like find the ASRT. Metal Sonic.
No, wait, no. I think his in Racing Transformed is a lot different from that. It's like the weird
No, that's
fucking.
the same. That's the same.
Oh yeah, no, it
fucking
is. It is.
No,
it's
it's a
completely
lot
different. It's
different.
completely
Yeah.
different. Yeah. Wow.
They modeled his car in this game to be a play on Sonic's car, which is why.
But Sonic's car,
like that.
but Sonic's car is the same car from TSR. From
Yeah, like if you take Sonic's car and put it up to Metal Sonic's car, they're gonna look similar. But like this one's all evil and shit because it's Metal Sonic's car.
Bro, like I think Eggman's the only one who has a new fucking render in this picture. On God.
No, I feel like I've seen that before. Haven't? I don't know actually.
No, I swear I've seen Zavik in that pose. Like at least.
They've been stealing from Nibrock again. They've been stealing from Nibrock again.
Oh fuck.
But like, also, what was up with Tails getting all the weird looking cars? But like, why is this the same?
I thought his playing car was really cool. Bring that back.
You stupid.
The one from the first game?
Yeah, that playing car was cool.
Nah, it was fucking dorky. What the fuck?
I'm looking at Eggman's car in like the original like Racing Transformed, and like it's just the fucking Eggmobile with big ass wheels.
How does he fit in that? Where does his legs go? The fuck?
Yeah, that is so
I
small.
hate this game.
Wait, how
really
does he
fucking
how
small.
has he ever fit in that? Like ever?
Can they bring back the one from 06? The one with like the giant dildo hands and shit? That was legendary.
Oh, what the
Yeah.
the hands that are like separate from the car?
Yeah.
Oh, that shit looks so stupid.
No, I have to worry where his legs go. I have to worry because he's tall. Eggman is like 7 feet. Bro.
Wait, Metal Sonic, Metal
Eggman's
Sonic,
big as fuck.
Metal Sonic does look photoshopped into that picture. You are absolutely right. He's just like, how the fuck did I get here?
Yo, I think for sure my favorite is definitely easily Big's car. That is so legendary right there. The Froggy car,
Yeah.
I don't know why it's like been out of the series for so long. Every time I see Big, I expect to see him in that car now, even if it's not a racing game.
I have a question, and I'm trying to find an image. Do you guys remember? Okay, why is there fucking police outside, man?
Nude? I thought that was in my.
That says a lot, actually.
Yo, Loki, yeah, I was about to say they know we're on the call. They're looking for us.
Why is this not a character? It'll come up on stream in a second. Why is this not a character? The Chow from SA2. This would be you could turn this into a car and it would be sick. That'd be so clean.
I forgot those were a thing.
That'd be so clean.
Oh shit, yeah, I forgot those were a thing. Yeah, it's been a long ass time. What were those?
Oh, I fucking love those shits.
Yeah,
bro.
what were those? What were those? What type of character was that? Like, what were they playable?
Oh, they were in the shooting. They were in the shooting
the mech one.
players.
That is so badass.
They were literally mechs. Like if you could make like, okay, this one looks fucking hysterical because it's not like a re-render, but if you made like, oh, he looks so sad in this picture. I have to put this one up on stream now. But like, if you made like this a fucking character, I'd be all over that. This looks cool as hell.
I'm waiting for it to show.
Make a whole Chow team.
I feel like low key it depends on like it depends on the type of vehicle they're driving. You know what I mean? Because I could definitely see something this big acting as a power type.
Wait,
you know what
was
I
there
mean?
car? Wait, aren't they in the kart racing mode?
I don't know. Team Sonic Racing Kart. Yo, can they? This game has a fucking story mode, right? Can they talk about that at some point in time?
Okay, this is a thumb. Well, so this is going super off topic. Oh my fucking god! But like, SA2 had DLC for the kart racing mode, and I think to me the only character that is allowed to be in place with Zavok is Egg Robo from that mode. Hold on, I'll put
Oh
this shit
yeah,
up
I know
on-
what you're talking about.
The
Yeah.
last game the Chow's been in.
Like, look at that Chow card. I don't know why they couldn't take inspiration from this. Honestly, like it kind of bothers me that they have all of this shit in the series and just they don't think about it.
Yeah, they probably fucking forgot about this. Like, I never hear anyone talking about talking about what's it called? How SA2 had a fucking kart
I
racing.
love them all. I love them all.
Yeah, no. It's just
But also
weird.
there was a I don't know if we're gonna be taking like topics from the chat.
Probably later on. Yeah.
Yeah, later on, but I'll save it for later. I'll save it for later.
Okay. Well, I think
Also-
huh?
Oh yeah, there was one more thing that we have to talk about that was also a huge talking topic for about 2 days, and just kind of swept under the rug.
Huge topic for about 2 days.
2 days, so swept under the rug. Fucking what was that shit? Takashi Iizuka, young
I
Iizuka,
know what you're fucking talking
young
about.
Iizuka-san was in an interview. And he was
Yeah.
talking
Oh
about
my! Please, can we skip this? Can we just not talk about this shitty fucking?
Listen, I have one thing to
And-
say on this. Go ahead, finish your introduction. But
okay, and basically he was talking about his time on SA1, developing
Right.
SA1, and he said that if the chance or the opportunity arise, he would definitely go. He would definitely want to remake it, and
you know
for
what?
about
You know,
2 days.
you know what
2
that
days.
entire 48 hours was? It was literally headlines: Sonic Adventure is getting a remake. Shut the
Yeah,
fuck up, you
listen.
stupid ass websites.
yes,
I
he
hate this
literally
shit,
fucking
man.
said if the opportunity arose, meaning they're not working on shit right now, especially not a adventure remake. You know what I
Oh
mean?
my
I
god!
remember. Once again, I think Loki, I don't want to talk shit or anything, but Prem usually ends up just being like the type of Sonic fan that really gets on my nerves. But
It happens with like
his channels, all of the channels with the whole Sonic Adventure remake coming 2019. I was like, yo, dude, come
that
on.
shit
They're
gets
sensational.
that gets clicks, and honestly, I don't really
Never
take
get
too much
clicks.
issue with people that do that. I don't have any like personal thing, but it's like I think this goes out to like as well like news sites that reported on this falsely and
Right, yeah,
like
for sure.
shit fucked up their headlines deliberately so they would get clicks. Like, do better, you know? Like,
Yeah.
Sonic is such a. I think Matt put it well. It's just like a very sensationalist like series where like anything is a talking point, and when we have a show like this where we talk about news, we try not to make anything. I feel like we do a good job, at least, of not making anything seem like a super big deal, unless it is a big deal, like the Sonic movie thing, where we spent like 2.5 hours like talking about material from something that had been hyped up for years. Somebody in an interview saying that they would want to remake a game is not news. You know,
Right.
we're talking about this because, I mean, it is news, but it's not like. Not nearly
It's
to
something
the
you
extent.
mention in passing. It's not something you dedicate this whole
Yeah.
this whole article into like sensationalizing and making it seem bigger than it actually is. He said he would be interested in remaking game. Wow, that's so crazy.
Yeah, I really do think that it's
That's
like.
what happens when your series is dry for like the entire year.
Honestly.
Like, There was the only thing that we got was Sonic Mania DLC. That was the biggest thing that happened last year, basically. Other than that, like whatever you can get from anybody has to be sensationalized and brought to everyone's attention.
Can we?
Yeah.
Can we talk about this one thing, because I think it's like the peak example of this shit. But do you remember last year when there was a restructuring inside of Sonic Team, or inside of Sega?
Oh yeah.
And there were like, I wanted to talk about this because I just remembered it, but it's like, basically what happened, to explain, is like Sega restructured their internal teams, their internal game development teams. Basically, Sonic Team got merged with like the Yakuza team, I believe, and like something like, basically they just moved around members, because you don't. This is how the games industry works. You don't go as a designer and sign up to go and work at Sonic Team. You sign up to work at Sega, and you get what you're given. You know, Izuka's the head of Sonic Team because he's been doing that shit for like 25 years now. But it's just... But the moment that shit happened, Sonic Team was dead.
Team's dead?
Sonic Team was dead. No more new Sonic games. And this is coming from people that I would never have expected to continuously post false information. And again, it's like, do better. Like, do better. Because I am honestly so embarrassed by the people that just constantly go around spreading this stupid ass shit. And I really think that as a community, we need to stop this sensationalist bullshit whenever any tiny bit of news comes out. I have never heard anything about Team Sonic Racing for the last, like, 3 weeks before Zavok came out. And then everyone talked about him for a day, and now nobody's talking about him. And it's just like, it happens every single time any tiny new piece of information comes out, and I'm tired of it.
That Sonic Team restructuring was only talked about for a day. SA1 remake, air quotes, I'm putting up the air quotes, you can't see me, but air quotes. Fucking, that was talked about for like a day. I don't even think, no, it wasn't even talked about for a day. It was talked about for like about 2 hours.
2 hours on Twitter until everyone was like, guys, calm the fuck down.
Wipe from my memory banks. Fucking.
The fact that I forgot about that I forgot about a quote unquote adventure remake is just, ooh, like, but
and that's my fucking favorite game. That's my favorite Sonic game.
The thing about the restructuring thing that, like, in Sonic Team that really pisses me off is, like, people are still freaking out about that, and it's like, do you guys know how often this happens? Like, do you know how game? Do you know, like, this is the number one thing I will take to the grave. But Sonic fans don't know what the fuck game design is. I don't know what game design is. You don't. Everyone in this chat doesn't know what game design is. As long as you played a Sonic game, you lose all kind of capability of understanding what game design is, because Sonic is so ever changing. Everything changes all the time. The last main series game, we had level designers that nobody knew who the fuck they were, and that was a talking point about Forces, that we had level designers that nobody knew who they were. Of course we do, because it's been like 4 years since the last game, and because things change about.
Okay. That's something I'd like to talk about too. Just. Oh, what do you want to say, Matt?
Okay, but for 1 second, I'm going to take you guys back to 2017 real quick.
Oh no.
How about it?
Lenny.
Yes, listen. This is something. This is I think the biggest thing that annoys me about the Sonic community, more so than anything else, is how they try and talk down to Sega about their own series.
Fucking god.
That shit kills me every time I watch a video and these guys are detailing in, meticulous detail. This is what Sonic should be. We need momentum. We need physics. This is what made Sonic good, Sega. This is why you're not doing. that entire narrative, that entire like attitude is what really turns me off from the series. Primarily just because of the fact that like when I'm looking at this series in a series that is ambiguous as this one, you know what I mean? There are only very loose like things connecting a lot of these games, right?
Mm-hmm.
But they're also different that I feel like everybody has their own interpretation of what the series should be. And I think the biggest thing, the problem with that is obviously I think it's fine that people can, sort of assume, not assume, but they have their own,
They can draw their own
ideas.
like opinions and
Right.
judgments on the games.
Yeah, but the problem with
And
that is
it's
that as a
also
collective, we're never going to agree. So for us to sit there and constantly talk down to Sega like they aren't the paid professionals, like they don't know what they're doing, like they haven't been working in this industry for years, for us to sit there and talk to them and peddle this narrative that, we know more about their own series than they do, it's fucking dumb. Like I think the biggest problem that stems from all of this, especially in terms of the identity crisis series is in now, is because Sega thinks we know what we're talking about. When you think about it, the fact that Sega is so willing to listen to what we say is the main reason why the series is such a mess nowadays. You know what I mean? Because after '06, there was a lot of fan feedback and stuff like that. People were saying stuff like, we don't like the realism, we think he's too lanky, blah 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 blah. So Unleashed, they made a lot of changes, right? And then there was the whole werehog thing, and then every time a new game comes out, we obviously have criticisms, but I think Sega listens to us way too much, and that results in all of this shit happening that only hurts the series even more. When you look at the series now compared to when Sega listened to us, but they listened to us in moderation, and this was still their own series, it was in a much better place than it has ever been after '06. I feel
wait, hold on, you sure?
Oh, wait, what?
You sure? Because the first time I think Sega ever listened to us, Shadow the Hedgehog started shooting people.
Okay, all right, look. Okay, that's a good point. You bring up a good point. That is like a really good point. But if I'm being entirely honest, like this is just my personal opinion too. I feel like in comparison to games like Generations and Colors, and especially like shit like Lost World and Forces, I feel like the spirit of Sonic is a little bit more present for me in shit like Shadow than it is anything that's been released after '06. And that's just how I feel about it. You know what I mean? I
Yeah.
feel like after '06, this series became so calculated and misguided because Sega really was so desperate to please us that a lot of the creative integrity of these projects is just like gone. You know what I mean? And I think Forces is the culmination of all that. Forces is the product of, extreme corporate calculation. Every time I heard anybody talk about that game, it was always, we're making this game for you. You know what I mean? That's why they brought back the boost. That's why they made a gritty story. That's why they brought back the vocal theme. That's why we have the Avatar. That's why we have classic Sonic. Everything in Forces is there because that's what Sega thought we wanted them to, put in. That's what they thought we wanted them to make.
And you know what's crazy? Everyone fucking hated it.
Yeah, everybody hates it because at the end of the day, if you're focusing on making a good game that is, that is just like as a whole super faithful to you, like your own creative vision, and you're making something for the sake of making it rather than making something because it's obligatory, then you're gonna probably end up with a good game. Usually, if people are passionate about what they're working on, they're gonna want to make it the best possible product. But Forces, I feel like nobody wanted to fucking work on that game. I feel like that's a game that they released because they were like, yo, we haven't released a Sonic game in 4 years. Let's fucking do something. So they did.
People definitely did want to work on the game. I know personally from people that have worked on the game, it's like
Okay.
Like it was like a lot of people treated it as a passion project, but it was just
Right.
the early stages were so difficult, and I think
Right.
it's really a product of its time 4 years ago. Like I think that if you release that game, if you release that game like the day after Lost World, nobody would have complained about it. And I will tell you why. Because it's like, when Lost World came out, just... I hate Sonic fans, man. Like, one tiny bit of experimentation, I don't care, I don't give a fuck what anyone thinks about Lost World, okay? That game was an experiment. And that game was just like Sonic Unleashed. I've said this tons of times before, where that game would have had probably a follower. If the timeline, if okay, I think we got two timelines, right? We got the pandering timeline and the non-pandering. Pandering timeline is the one that we're in. Non-pandering
Right.
timeline is where we have a second game that builds upon the mechanics of Lost World and is received really well, like Colors. And we have a third Lost World styled game, which will probably come out around this year, I would say, that really like drives home that experience. And it would just be like Unleashed. And then
Right.
they would do another thing or another experimental game. But what they didn't do with Unleashed in 2008 was they didn't look at the people that said that they hated the Werehog. That see, okay, look, here's the thing, right? With Lost World and Unleashed, they those two games are very very similar. Everybody, it's just they're both really polarizing. There are aspects of both those games that I hate and aspects of both those games that I love. And I know that's the case for so many different people. But you know what they didn't do after Unleashed? They didn't say, oh, people didn't like the Werehog, people didn't like the Moon Medals. Let's completely change course. Because
Right.
you know what I would like. This is like if they gave us another adventure game after Unleashed. It's like what the fuck, like why would you?
Why don't 6 teach you?
They just
This is
with Lost World they just threw away 3 whole years of development experimentation for another fucking Boost game. But now they realize their mistake because Boost got dated in 2011. That
Yes,
concept
this is-
was out of the window.
this is the thing that I have, like, Sega just listens too much nowadays. They're not willing to just like do something on their own. I have like I tell people this all the time, but I'm like I feel like '06 is like the best example of this because there are so many things that I find in that game that are like really solid ideas on paper, but it just wasn't executed well. And it's not because of the fact that they were like, something that works on paper but not in execution. It's because the entirety of '06 was just a big train wreck, right? So
Mhm.
imagine what would have happened if instead of like looking at '06 and saying something like instead of just like, going from square one and just drawing something up entirely. Imagine if Sega actually buckled down and then when Unleashed came, like say let's just use Unleashed as an example. Imagine if instead of like coming up with this new boost bullshit, right? They just sat down, they looked at what worked in '06, they took that, and then they really went home on it. You know what I mean? Like they really made sure that it was like the best possible experience. These games would be in such a better place if Sega learned.
I mean,
Like when you fail once, you're not condemned to fail again. You know what I mean? If an idea is bad, like just straight up bad, people will tell you, right? But I don't think that Lost World as a whole was like a bad game. I mean, not a bad game, like a bad concept. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
I'd love to see them take another stab at Lost World. That type of
just think-
gameplay is endearing in some way, but it just feels like Sega, they're so willing to just quit and start all over again. And I think that's the biggest problem we have nowadays, why we can't have consistent titles and stuff like that. It's
I
just 'cause
think
they're always changing.
I think I said this in like the first or second episode. I'm not sure, but yeah, Sega is always, or I may have said it in like a private call or something. But like Sega has always been experimental. Sega's always been like experimental, and Sonic Team has always been
It
experimental.
was that experimentation which like made them to be successful in the 90s, honestly.
Right, yeah.
Yeah, and Sonic has always been like the biggest experiment of all time.
Right,
But
yeah.
has worn out as well. If we take a look at something like, if we take a look at SA1 especially, SA1 is not a Sonic game in terms of like just being a pure Sonic game from the
Mhm.
jump.
Yeah.
SA1 is a Dreamcast tech demo, and it shows because of mainly Big's inclusion. Big's inclusion is the biggest thing that points towards a fucking being a Dreamcast tech demo.
Yeah, because it's got a fishing game, which was also a Dreamcast.
Yeah.
Like I really think that Sonic has always thrived under experimentation after a big loss or a big win, and I think that because See, my issue with Lost World and Heroes is that those are two games. Lost World, Heroes, and Unleashed are three very, very similar games, and I don't think anybody realizes that because of the context. Heroes was a game. See, they had two games, the adventure games, and then they went third party, and that was a necessity to experiment. Regardless of what you think about Sonic Heroes, that game was an experiment. And you know what they did? They did the same thing that they did now. People hated it. So you know what they did? With the next major game, they went back to adventure formula, and it sucked. And then they rebooted again, struck gold with Unleashed because there was such a good reaction to that game from very
because it was
fans.
such a up from a boost from the fucking unfinished mess we got 2 years ago.
Yeah, like, see, here's the thing. Throughout all of, especially 3D Sonic history, I don't think I can ever look back on 3D Sonic and be like, that was a mistake, because from the period of, I would say, like, Shadow, from, like, 2005 to 2010, all of that got me Sonic Generations, and I am so happy that game exists. That game is such a wonderful celebration of everything in the series.
Right.
And I think you could say this very similarly for the 2D stuff as well. We couldn't get Sonic Mania without the reaction from Sonic 4. And as much as I don't even give a fuck about Sonic 4. I don't have any opinions on those games because they're just kind of there for me. But the reactions from those games created Sonic Mania.
Right, yeah.
And,
I don't think...
You know,
go ahead.
No, I was just saying, like, I think when Sega listening to their fans in moderation is fine. Is basically it. And I really do think that Forces and 2017, 2018, and the last few years have all just been... Like, see, this is what I would say. I regret this. I would regret the last few years of Sonic. And I don't think that Sonic is in a worse place than he was in, like, 2006. Like, that doesn't equal that. Like, God, no. Like, I would much rather not go back to Sonic Rush being the only decent Sonic game of the time. But, like, when you really look at it, it's like the community for me has been in so much worse of a place than it has, I would say, ever since Boom came out.
Yeah.
And it's 10 times more toxic.
Yeah, this entire...
I think 2013, was it 2013 or like when did the SA2 HD remasters come out?
That came out like early 2010s. I'm pretty sure.
I feel like that was 2012. Hold on.
Yeah,
it was like
one of those first 3 years.
Or it was 2012 or something. I don't fucking remember.
Yeah.
It was a while.
It came out in 2012, October 2nd, 2012. I remember when it came out.
Yeah, and I think that not even Boom. I think that was the biggest, like, I think that was the turning point of, like, where we are now.
Yeah.
My favorite Sonic game destroyed the Sonic community.
I think
because we got because the game was getting a lot of more attention.
Mm-hmm.
The game was getting a lot of attention because a lot of people were getting to either experience it for the first time on their HD consoles or getting to re-experience it
and realize that it wasn't actually as fucking good as it was when they were like 4.
Yeah, and so basically, so then you had all these other, like, you had these YouTubers who were, you know, oh, this Sonic game that was on the Dreamcast and the GameCube got re-released. Let's make a review of it or whatever. And the clear things are that the game didn't age well. Like, no shit.
Yeah,
it's a game from 2000. It's a game from 2001.
That's the thing, man.
It's not gonna age like fine wine. It's not gonna age like, oh my god, Super Mario 64 is the upper echelon of the
Mario 64
of what 3D Mario should be. No, Mario 64 is a piece of shit.
Mario 64, like, I agree. Like, Mario 64 is a game I would never go back to play, but I love that game because I appreciate it so much. And it's just like, but here's the thing though, it's not even the YouTubers that are saying. It's not even the YouTubers that are saying this thing though. Listen, it's like, Johnny made his video on SA2 in that year, right? And I just think it's so funny how he makes a 40-minute video about saying, in summary, in summation, this game wasn't as good as it was, but I still enjoy it. And you know what people took from that? They were like, this game made 2001 is a piece of shit, and I hate it. And Johnny didn't say that. He said Sonic 06 was a piece of shit, but that game was a lot more recent than SA2. And it's just, I don't believe, I just hate community reaction in this fan base.
It's just like
toxic and sensationalist and idealistic. You see it all the time. You see it whenever somebody posts art on Twitter of the series. People idealize those artists and they make a big deal out of those people. And it's just so, this whole community needs to fucking go outside and just get their fucking heads on straight and just be like, listen, I hate this shit so much.
And like to bring up like that SA1, SA2 versus Mario 64 kind of thing is that like we can like how you said what you said, Lewis. Like you wouldn't go back. You wouldn't go back to fucking Super Mario 64, but you love that game, right?
Yeah.
I mean, I go back to SA2 every other day or so, or every other week because I love that game. But like, I know there's a lot of people that wouldn't go back to that game.
Right.
They
it's like I can go back to Mario. I can go back to Mario 64, but damn well I'm not playing fucking Rainbow Ride. Damn well I'm not playing all the shitty stages in that game. Just like how I can go back to SA1 and not play big. It's just how people play video games. I don't understand why people base entire.
And then that will be like when I always say, oh, I think that SA1 is a better game than this, or SA2 is a better game than this. So they're always, but mech shooting and treasure. What the fuck? I don't give a fuck. I enjoyed the game. I enjoyed the game. Like I enjoyed every experience. I wouldn't go back to Mad Space. Of course I wouldn't. That stage is shit. Mm-hmm. Would I go back to Meteor Herd? No, I wouldn't go back to Meteor Herd. Would I go back to Eternal Engine? I'm not touching that shit with like a fucking 10-foot pole. No. I know what's in the game, and I know like what to avoid. But I'm not going to base my entire argument on that, and I'm not going to discredit you for liking whatever fucking other Sonic game that you did that I don't fucking like or whatever.
Right.
But
wait, yeah. Mono, what were you gonna say, Mono?
I was just gonna say that this reminds me a lot of my relationship with Unleashed, because I used to play that game all the time when I was younger. Like it was easily the game I spent the most time playing, and just recently I went back to play it again for myself. And I had one of those moments where while I was playing it, I was just like, this game is not as good as I remember. Unleashed has a lot of fucking problems. You know what I mean? And I used to think it was the best Sonic game. I would call it the best Sonic experience a lot. But like as a whole, definitely don't agree with that anymore. I still like the game, you know what I mean? Yeah. But I wouldn't say it's the best Sonic game ever. And the thing that I really just can't stand about this community is whenever you bring up something, it has to turn into a debate. And it's just like a situation where it's like, I'm not trying to debate you on why Unleashed is good or bad. It's like, if I don't, because the biggest thing for me is it's like, if I like the game enough to still call it, one of my favorite games, but I can acknowledge the fact that it has a shit ton of problems and it's not the masterpiece everyone is calling it. Mm-hmm. I don't feel like that warrants everyone to try and debate me about why Sonic Unleashed is why my opinion on it is wrong or whatnot. You know what I mean? I feel like it's gotten to the point where I remember I was watching a video and someone called this era of Sonic like the meta age. And I was thinking about it. I kind of do definitely agree with that, because I think a lot of the time, like for the most part, I feel like everyone feels like they can make a Sonic game now, and it's the most obnoxious and like taxing thing to sit through.
That's elitist. That's an elitist fucking mentality.
Yeah, and it's
and I hate that. I hate that. Like, Sonic Team should get the fucking the guy who's making that one fucking 3D
Yeah.
Sonic engine.
Like, the thing
They should
is
get the
just, like-
Utopia team. They should get the Utopia team on to develop the new 3D Sonic game.
But you
Right.
see,
Fuck up.
you see, Matt. When we say things like this means that we immediately hate Sonic Utopia, by the way, and everybody who makes that game. Clearly.
No, I don't.
Because it's like,
I
it's like
fucking don't.
But that's the reaction people. That's the reaction people
Right.
take from it, and it's just, again, it's sensationalist. It's all shit. It's all shit. Like I just,
And, like, the
I
thing-
think, can we just reboot the community instead?
yeah, like
Right.
the biggest problem
New
for me is it's like when I'm listening to shit like that, you know what I mean? I think people don't understand that. Wow, you know what Whitehead did was really impressive. He wasn't hired because he was a fucking fan of the series, right? He was hired because he was an industry professional who had experience working on Sonic games, who happened to be a fan as well. So that's the angle that they went with.
Exactly.
Created ROM hacks for years.
Yeah,
And
The thing is,
knew
like
what he was doing.
Christian Whitehead, I'll not name names, but I do remember specific people that were in the ROM hacking community that have been in there just as long as Whitehead were sitting there and being 30 years old in their chairs, being like, "Why wasn't it me that got asked to do this?" And
Right,
you want to know
yeah.
why? It's because you did not. Christian Whitehead is the kind of person. Look, I'm not gonna suck his dick because I do think that I don't agree with him on everything from a design perspective, and I definitely don't think he should be designing 3D Sonic games. Like, well, you guys are fucking stupid
Yeah.
if you think that,
Yeah.
because he doesn't have the experience, and that's the thing. Like, the people that are sitting there complaining about that have been doing ROM hacking for this long, they are not Christian Whitehead, because he again, people like Whitehead. He's a one in a million. He not only is a fan of the series, that is very passionate about the series, he's also worked with Sega on projects before, and he got to that point through hard work. T. Lopes
Right.
got to the point where he has been through hard work, through connections. Not because
like-
he knows a lot about making music, not because Whitehead knows a lot about making video games, because they
I think
have
the
these connections.
I think the difference between those people and Whitehead is that Whitehead is a go-getter. He
Yeah.
wouldn't have been able to get to the spot where he is now if he wasn't making these ROMs and trying to push them to Sega. You know what I mean?
Wasn't
Like,
wasn't Christian Whitehead? Yeah, Christian Whitehead was fucking pushing to
yeah,
like
he was actively
he was
seeking this out.
pushing not only to work with Sega, but he was also pushing to help them get their shit. I
Right,
think
yeah.
I think it was a few years. It was a few years ago. I don't know how long this was.
Like he,
But
like
it was a few years ago.
he-
He was on live stream with Some Call Me Johnny and a bunch of other people, and they were playing through the build of the fucking build of like that Christian Whitehead and his team was working on for Sonic 3, for the mobile Sonic 3, right?
yeah.
Like the refined Sonic 3 port. And they were working on that shit. And like they were trying to get like donations and money for it, so like Sega could push it out and shit like that.
I think Christian Whitehead is every smart Sonic fan, but he has work ethic, and he
Right.
he knows what the fuck he's doing, not in just a design sense, but in a real life sense. And I think that if you
Right.
motherfuckers want to go make a Sonic game, you guys want to suggest how to make a Sonic game, first of all, learn to make a Sonic game, learn to make a
Yes.
ROM hack,
That's the thing that gets on my nerves.
and
It's
like, you know,
I think.
just like
Oh, go ahead.
no, it's just like go for it and just like create. Don't sit there and complain. Just go and
Right.
create. If you see problems with forces, get all the modding tools available and fix those problems.
I've been seeing people do that too.
and I have no problem with those people, because those people
we've been
aren't
seeing
sitting
people
there.
do it.
Those people aren't sitting there in Discord chats, on forums, on Sonic fucking Retro. They're not those people sitting there and just talking. And that's exactly what we're doing. But we're not. This is the difference between like shows like this and people sitting at home complaining and writing up essays on or video essays on why Sonic the Hedgehog is this and that.
Right.
Sonic's had a rough pass since the fucking transition to 3D.
Oh yeah,
Right,
let me
and, like,
post.
in the late 90s, but
Let me
fucking
post something real quick. This is like probably the most accurate thing I have of this fandom. But keep on talking. I'm gonna post it in the group,
Yeah.
the group chat. But
It's just like I don't get it. I just don't get any of this.
Because
Like
the
if
thing
to me,
Okay.
like I'm the laziest piece of shit ever, right? Like procrastination is my middle name. I don't, and it sucks, and I hate that
Games?
about myself. Also, Matt, I'm echoing a little bit on your side, I think, but
Oh, you are.
um,
Fuck.
yeah. You might have to turn down your sensitivity. But the problem is like you have this crazy like work ethic to be able to sit here for an hour and argue on Twitter, but you don't have you're that passionate to where you can just do that off the cuff, but you don't have all of the other things required to go out and make something with it, to go out
Right.
and create. And it's like also that thing that you just posted is very very true.
It's very good. I grew up with Sonic. My first game was Sonic 2. I want this franchise. Sonic has had a rough ride since its transition to 3D.
Hell yeah, that's what I'm talking
That's
about.
what you start off every fucking Sonic,
Yeah.
and every Sonic video essay is like, "Hey guys, what's up?"
You know, I
Yeah.
do
Sonic-
like
Sonic
those
Dick Sucker
video
95.
essays though. I do like those video essays though because they get people talking.
No,
And, like,
listen.
See, that's important. I do think that like I'm the laziest piece of shit ever, Shut up, Martin. But seriously though, it's like I really think that like it's like why shows like this exist. It's like it's
Yeah.
why those big video essays exist. Like talking about this is important, but I don't think that shows like that. We're not sitting here preaching how to make a video game.
Right. Yeah.
No, I am. Here we go.
Shut your dumb
That's
ass
the-
up.
I think that's an important distinction to make. You know what I mean? Like, because you guys already know, I've been working. I'm always talking about that, 06 video that I'm working on and stuff.
Yeah.
But something I'm really trying not to do is talking at people for like 2 hours. I don't want to I think when you're making a video like that, you need to make sure that you're not talking at somebody, but you're speaking to somebody. There are a lot of videos where people are just straight up outlining the things that they think, and they're presenting it like, this is what you have to agree with. There's this one video called like the Tenets of Sonic or whatever. It's the most obnoxious and like pretentious video I've ever seen. Like, I like Kaze Blade and stuff. I think he's a cool dude, you know what I mean? But that video in particular is the type of stuff that I really try to stray away from if I'm gonna make something, especially if it's like a big video or whatnot, because the point of me talking about this isn't for me to convince someone of something. It's like to start a discussion, to be able to actually, interact with people on stuff like this without really making it seem like I'm presenting it, it can only be this way, and if it's not this way, then it's bad. I think some of the my favorite videos, that M Banny guy, I think his Forces videos are the best example of that, because he's just a dude talking about a series that he loves, you know what I mean? He provides meaningful criticisms, he details how he would change things and stuff like that. And like, if we had more people like that making videos where it wasn't a thing of them, detailing what the series should be and whatnot, but it's more specifically, this is what I think this game should have been, and if this game was like this, then that it'd be much better, in my opinion. We need more stuff like that. I don't think this whole narrative of us force feeding Sega what they should and shouldn't put in their game. I think honestly at this point in time, if I was like on Sonic Team and I was working on these games, I'd be really frustrated, because it's just like suffocating to constantly hear these people talk about shit they don't understand. Because making a video game is really hard, and most of us wouldn't be able to make like a level in like a singular level in a video game.
It's such a complicated.
Yeah,
Such a grueling task. It's a
yeah,
grueling task.
and for us to sit here and preach like we know what we're talking about when none of us do, it's like such a obnoxious thing. And the fact that there are so many different people still doing it is what really boggles my mind. I feel like as a whole, just in general, this shouldn't it shouldn't be a thing where we're constantly just like, Sega, do this, do that. I just want them to make the game that they want to make. I don't feel like a lot of these games, I don't know, I just don't get like the same type of feeling that I used to get from like older Sonic games. And as a whole, I feel like I just want them to put themselves entirely into something that they want to make without really taking what we say to heart. You know what I mean? Just like make the game that they'd like to make, because if they end up doing that, more often than not, it'll probably be something worth like giving a shit about.
Yeah. I think this is also just a problem with Sega as well.
Yeah.
Like it's we can shit on the community all the damn time and be like, you guys fucking need to stop acting like
Sega
you
just
guys
listens
are
too much.
like game designers, but also like, why the fuck are you guys listening to these 10-year-olds?
Yeah, Sega listens way too much, and it's like, dude,
It's
you don't
not
need
even
to
the
listen to
10-year-old.
us.
It's not the 10-year-old.
No, like he makes a
it's the 20 some it's the 20 some 20
Same
something.
thing,
Yeah, it's
same
like
thing,
an
same
old
thing, same
ass-
thing, same thing.
And the 40
Oh, yeah,
somethings
you're right.
who grew up with like shit, like who were playing like
Sonic
the
2.
Dreamcast or like whatever the fucking consoles were, and they're like, oh yeah, this Sonic that I played when I was 6 years old was great, was fucking amazing, dude.
Yeah, it's like the old dude.
It was like it's the old heads, and they're like, yeah, this fucking game was amazing. This current game, linear level design, and then the impressionable kids in the fan base, because we have a lot of fucking kids in this fan base who are probably getting in from like fucking like from Sonic Forces and like from like like Sonic Boom, and they're like, hey, I like this. I like this Sonic game. I wonder what like the online community's like. And then they're like, oh wow, really? Sonic Forces is linear?
Mm-hmm.
Well, I didn't see that when I played it, but hey, I'm gonna go at Sega on fucking Twitter and be like, you probably couldn't my keyboard, but
No, I don't know. I think this really sums up Sonic in 2018. Like, this is what we were gonna end up talking about anyway. And we don't really need to talk about Mania Plus or Team Sonic Racing or like the restructuring or whatever. It's just,
I don't really have an
crazy.
opinion on those things too. Like, I think
I have a very basic opinion on these things. I'm like, Team Sonic Racing, Ethan in the fucking chat. I think Team Sonic Racing is not out yet. I think Mania Plus was fucking great, although I don't think it has
Encore mode is shit.
Yeah.
But we've done an episode on Mania Plus. We talked about Mania Plus, okay? I'm tired of these motherfuckers being like, you know what you're gonna see in 10 years' time? You're gonna see a video and it's gonna be like, you know, Sonic Mania Plus wasn't actually that good. And it's just like these stupid people. I hate everyone.
Why do I have to press the Y button to switch?
Actually,
when
Ethan,
I could just be speaking using my voice. Every game in 2025 uses your voice to speak. Okay, why can't I use my voice? Fuck Sonic Mania Plus.
Actually, Ethan, I don't know, because Twip's not really like that. I've talked to him on a lot of occasions. He's a pretty chill guy.
I think that anybody who makes videos in this community, I think we all suck. I think none of us make like fucking like actual like amazing content like some other communities do. I think we all really got to step it up a little bit.
Because I think the problem for me that I told you guys this before, I think, but I used to have a older channel, and a lot of that was just me talking at people concerning these types of things. And you know, me taking that into account is me, like, I definitely don't want to don't want to make shit like that anymore. Because looking at it now, when I was watching some of my older videos, because I have them still, you know, saved and stuff from the projects and whatnot, I hate a lot of them. I don't like a lot of them because they're really pretentious, they're really obnoxious, and I think that's just the type of mindset people in this community have, and just as a whole, you know, I think people kind of need to realize that a little bit first, because, you know, people give Twip a lot of shit, but I think he's definitely realized that the content he used to make was really fucking terrible, and he said on multiple occasions that he doesn't like it.
I think it's like, I'm glad people are starting to come to their senses about sensationalist content. Again, it's like, it's very like, it's almost like predatory in a way. You know what I mean? Like, You see this discussion topic, and it's like, I'm gonna try and rile you guys up so much. I'm not saying Twip does this. I'm not saying that anyone in particular does this. Like, I can't even think of an example of a person doing this off the top of my head. But I have seen it, and it's just, it doesn't even have to be in video form. It can be a tweet. It can be anything, and it can just be, basically, we are the problem. It's a knock-on effect. It's like a domino effect.
Right.
What ends up happening is you have this shit. Something gets announced. Somebody tweets about it, or somebody makes a stink about it. It riles people up. People have a problem. The problem gets blown completely out of proportion. The Zavok thing is a perfect fucking example, because that is just a playable character 1 out of 15 in a video game. But all of Twitter was focused on that for like a whole day, right? And what ends up coming out of that is there's a big reaction to it, and then Sega sees this, or whoever's making the games see this, and it's just like, what do we do? Oh no, we made everyone mad. Let's completely change directions. Let's completely switch gears, and let's make Sonic Heroes 2 or some shit like that. It's just like, fuck you. Like,
hold on, who the fuck is Ryan Alfalfa?
Ryan Alfredo? Who is it?
Who the fuck? Ethan, who the fuck?
Ryan Alfinson. I didn't get any matches for that.
Fuck. My guy made me lose my comedic timing. Okay, okay, let me okay, guys. So fucking sensationalist content, blowing things out of proportion, fucking fake news. I fucking knew it all this time.
We're all the same.
I knew it all this time. Sonic fans are Republicans. I was only joking. Why is everything becoming reality? Why is everything joking becoming reality?
This is the real problem. Republicans Sonic Twitter.
Republicans don't play enough Sonic.
Oh my.
No, the problem is Republicans do play Sonic.
Oh shit.
We got this episode.
This episode is gonna get taken down.
Oh yeah, we can't talk about politics.
Oh my god. Left wing destroyed. Oh my god. All the people that make these videos, like the left wing, they all make the same arguments. That's what all the people on the right say about the left. Oh my god. Oh my god. Dr. Eggman is a feminist. He's on the I'm done. We've gotten to the bottom of the entire Sonic community problem that's been going on for the last 20 years. Republicans do play Sonic, Matt 2019.
No!
I just...
Damn, but do we have anything else to talk about? Because I think
I don't think we do. I think we've talked about everything that no more episodes after this. Like we've just
That's pretty good.
Shit.
We can talk about that religion fighting game.
Shit.
This dude dying.
No!
This podcast, I feel like I just ended a fucking different world in the last like 20 minutes.
Yeah, Jesus.
Matt's gonna get taken out. He's gonna get taken out by... Okay, I'm not gonna name specific names.
Hold on, I'll be right back.
Okay, I think we can experiment a little bit, because again, this is the first episode. But, pause his mic, I can't do that. Well, actually, I can mute him on Discord. But, we can take questions from the chat.
I'm fucking crying!
Oh yeah.
After this podcast, Ben Shapiro is our biggest creator. No!
Oh yeah, Matt, didn't you say
shit.
you wanted to address something
What? Oh
when
yeah.
someone put something in the chat and you said you wanted to talk about it?
Oh, yeah. There was some. There was some shit
Martin
in the
has a
chat.
question.
There was a guy. There was a guy who brought up something really interesting that I was very interested in, and he said, like, what if there was a stand? What if Sonic Team made a standalone Eggman game?
Do you need a minute? Are
Eggman
you
standalone
okay?
game.
Are you okay?
Yeah.
I'm good. Oh God. What if fucking Sonic? What if Sega Team Sonic Team made a standalone Eggman game? That was a question from one of the people in the chat. Oh fuck.
That'd be
He
Oh,
would be speed, power, and technical. He'd
he
just be
just fucking
perfect.
runs through
Why?
Bob,
everything.
shut up.
Why isn't he just his own team? Team Sonic Racing.
He should just be by himself. No.
Sega
Oh.
team. Yeah, why don't we get a team in Team Sonic Racing where it's just fucking Izuka, like Jun Sonoe, and like I don't know, fucking Aaron Weber.
I can't stop laughing. The fuck?
I just
Oh my god. Oh.
Lewis, why do you hate Sonic? Why'd you kill him? I didn't kill him. Y'all did. I'm telling you, the community is the problem.
He needed to die.
He needed to die so we could get Mario Odyssey. That game is fucking excellent.
Yeah, it is. I remember I just played it, and while I was playing it, I couldn't stop thinking, man, what was the
You were
last
like-
time we had like that?
Yeah.
Damn good.
When I was playing Odyssey, I was legitimately like, damn. Sonic Forces comes out in like a month.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking that too, because I just played it. While the entire time I was playing it, I was like, what the fuck? Why wasn't Forces like this?
Why isn't Danica Patrick in TSR? Oh my god.
Oh shit.
Oh my. Jim, you bring up a fantastic point.
Danica Patrick.
Oh my god.
Melina,
Yeah,
what's your
let's
question?
have
Yogs
team
Cast.
team third party. Yogscast, Wreck-It Ralph, and Danica Patrick. I don't.
Yeah, I forgot about Team Fortress 2.
Yeah,
Oh,
no. What they just
Fucking-
they're all
Oh,
separate
my
characters.
God.
We have the Heavy, the Pyro, and the Spy is just one team. That'd be kind of clean.
Oh yeah.
Melina says, "Would you guys want to see Sonic make a comeback in an RPG, taking the mistakes of Brotherhood and making it better?" I think it should. Okay, I think if Sonic does make an RPG, keep that shit away from Chronicles. I don't think it needs to like come back in the form of BioWare and Chronicles, but like just give it to Game Freak, man. Just
Yeah.
give
I
it
don't want to.
Game Freak? Game Freak.
Game Freak.
I don't want another fucking Sonic Chronicles. Oh boy, that's a game in itself.
Oh, that's getting played.
I think that's a good
I've never
topic
played
for
it.
another episode though, because there's a lot. That's like a super open question, I guess. It's like, what would
I have ideas.
what would a
for
Sonic
this,
RPG look like? Like that would.
Yeah,
be
I have a
fucking
lot of
clean.
ideas for this, so
I
I'd
feel
be
like-
down to talk about that later.
Aren't
Yeah.
there like platforming art?
Yeah, there are a lot of platforming RPGs.
Yeah, that
Why
would
don't
be
we
kinda
make it
raw.
like Yeek, that new Earthbound, the shitty Earthbound RPG ripoff? You guys seen that?
Yeah,
Undertale?
I saw that.
Aw, he said it. He said it.
Bro.
I knew he would as well. I fucking
Oh,
hate
I'm gonna get lit up. Oh, don't watch this. Watch this episode.
I like how
Oh,
we were all
controversy.
calm at the start of this, and it's just gone. Holy shit! But yeah, I think an RPG would be dope. Yeah. Oh god, that game looks like shit. But I think an RPG would be great. I'd love to
Yeah, I'm
see
down
As
with
one.
long
that.
as they don't use fucking Sonic X art assets, like 5 years after the show's been concluded.
Hell yeah, that's fun. That's what gives it spice, though. That's its personality right there.
Wait a minute! I just got reminded of something. I
What's
think
that?
I have found it's Sonic related, but this is something I've been thinking about for a while, and there's like a game out there that's a perfect, but I've never played. Do you want to know what that game is?
What's
And
that?
everybody tells me it's perfect, it's flawless. It's a game that I've never ever seen anyone talk badly about. Why the fuck does everyone love Sonic Battle? I don't get it.
Sonic Battle. Oh, I've played
Sonic Battle.
Like,
Well, starters. Well, I love Sonic Battle because I grew up watching them Sonic sprite animations and shit, and like that game gave us some of the best sprites
Low-key,
ever.
the thing is, I think Sonic Battle's pretty fun though. Like I actually do enjoy playing.
It's
Sonic
fun,
Battle.
but it's a fun but repetitive game.
But
I
like,
was never bored
that's
playing
not
that
what
shit,
I
though,
hear.
so.
I just hear that game is perfect. Like I've never heard a single bad thing about
Nah,
Sonic
a
Battle
lot
in
of
my
people,
entire
a
life.
lot of people don't even.
It's a harmless spin-off.
Right?
It's
Yeah.
like, and it's the
I want to
most
make like a 40-minute video
different.
just shitting on it now, just to
A lot
kind
of
of
people
balance
don't even
Just
acknowledge
shitting.
Sonic Battle, right? So like, because when people don't even bring it, like a lot of people haven't played Sonic Battle, so no one brings it up. But like when people are like, oh yeah, this game is so awesome, usually there's little opposition because the people who have played fucking Sonic Battle are the ones who liked it enough to continue playing.
Yeah, it's like all two of them, you know.
Right? Yeah. Wait, fuck. No, I do really like Sonic Battle though. Like Sonic Battle, I think is a pretty solid game.
I just think it's crazy.
I just
how
haven't played through. I just haven't played through.
I swear, it's like
I've played
it's
through a lot
like
of it.
daily now. Like I see a tweet and it's like, guys, Sonic Battle just fucking saved my fucking family who were all dying. You know, it's
Sonic Battle watered my crop.
Yeah, that's happened
cleared
to
my
me.
act.
Like a lot of people are, I have seen that a lot recently, and I'm just like, I've never seen any of you niggas talk about Sonic Battle before. It's Sonic Battle.
It's like we gotta find the cure for cancer, but like it's been there since like 2004. Like what's going on?
It's been there. Yeah.
I mean, it's just not. It's not any of the.
It's not any of the what you cut
Big up. It's not any of the advanced games. So big ups right there.
Oh,
I mean, yeah. Like to be fair, I literally only like.
Okay, I'm not gonna shit on the advanced games.
Yeah, we can save that for.
Like,
we can save the Dimps games. Sonic Battle fucked my wife, and I said thank you.
Yeah, we could talk about those for sure because I don't.
We can talk about those later. Yeah, that sounds like a good idea.
I'm so tired. This chat is going to like make me like fucking evaporate.
You're gonna have to get used to it because you'll see us
so
next week. You'll see us next week and the week after that.
Oh, this was my idea.
Yeah,
Oh,
no,
fuck.
I want to give full credit to Matt. We should.
Oh wait, you guys forgot to talk about one piece of Sonic media.
What?
Sonic Battle Racers, the new hit Kickstarter.
Okay,
Sonic
we'll see you
board
guys
game.
next week. See you guys next week. You guys already know where to find us.
Hey, but y'all gonna see it.
Yeah.
Join the official Figure 8 Discord.
That's a good idea.
Yeah, this is gonna be uploaded on YouTube on. So the schedule, by the way, is gonna be. I should have mentioned this at the start. We're gonna have Martin series on Friday now for season 2 of Figure 8, I guess. We have Martin series on Friday, and then we're gonna stream this on the Sunday, and we're gonna upload the VOD on the Wednesday for the people that weren't able to catch it, or they could just watch it on my Twitch. But it'll be all cut down and to the parts where we actually talk about Sonic the Hedgehog. So yeah, we'll see you guys next time. Thanks for watching, and next episode, I don't know what we'll talk about, but we'll talk about Sonic. Thanks for making season 2 like generally really cool. Like this is a new experience for me. Like I stream a lot, and it's cool to see, like, I don't know, like the whole chat interaction thing with the podcast. It's just fun. It's really fun. So yeah, see you guys next time. Have a good one.